ชัยชนะอย่างเหนือความคาดหมายในการเลือกตั้งที่ประเทศมาเลเซียทำให้ดร.มหาเทโมฮัมหมัดคว้าชัยชนะสร้างประวัติศาสตร์หน้าใหม่กลับมาเป็นผู้นำมาเลเซียอีกครั้งในวัย 92 ปีค่ะหลังจากที่ได้ทำหน้าที่ไประยะหนึ่งแล้วคุณสุทธิชัยหยุ่นได้เดินทางไปสัมภาษณ์ดร.มหาเทที่ประเทศมาเลเซียคุยกันหลายๆเรื่องหนึ่งในนั้นก็คือแนวทางที่เกี่ยวข้องกับ 3 จังหวัดชายแดนภาคใต้ค่ะ
And I would like to start by asking you about Malaysia and Thailand because many years ago you helped Thailand to organize this peace talk with the southern activists or whatever you call it, and then it has proceeded until today. I think they're still talking.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen now that you are in charge again?
Well, we will continue to try and resolve this problem in southern Thailand. The only problem is that the people there are not represented by one body. There are so many different bodies, each acting on its own. So talking with any one of them will not result in the others accepting the resolution that we suggest. So it is a long-drawn process. We practically have to meet all the different factions in the south.
And do you think that you can help accelerate the process?
Well, we think we can. Part of the thing, of course, is that the south is very poor.
Yes.
And the people are very poor, and poor people naturally don't value their life, and they do things which people with some assets would not do. So I think one of the important things is to give them some hope for the future.
Yes.
So towards that end, we had before suggested we bring some of them to Malaysia for education. Yeah, but that is there's something that we can enhance.
Yes.
Perhaps add more people.
But would Malaysia serve as the sort of middleman, sort of the facilitator, or more than just facilitator? Maybe you can help the negotiations.
Well, we would be felicitator in the first place, but if there is a group that we can talk to, we would like to help negotiate for them and advise them.
But you think Malaysia under you now can step up that effort?
We would like to, but currently we are all extremely busy in Malaysia.
Also, there are fears that the outside terrorists, ISIS-trained terrorists coming back to Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines might infiltrate the southern part of Thailand. Do you see ISIS spreading the influence in this region?
Yeah, I think so, because for some reason or other, they have been able to recruit Malaysians, Malays, to join them. Of course, this is not what we normally do. We are not often violent people, but for some reason they have acceded to the campaign carried out by this people. I always believe that we have to find out why they resort to these tactics. If we don't, we are just relying on military action to put an end to their acts of terrorism. That will not end as long as the root cause of their frustration and anger is dealt with.
Which is what, economic rather than political, you think?
Economic and political. In the Middle East, it is their sense of injustice wreaked on them. For example, the Israelis actually build settlements in Palestinian land, and Palestinians cannot go there. I mean, just imagine if Thailand were to build a settlement in Malaysia, we would be very, very annoyed. We would, we would want to get rid of them. But somehow or other, the Western people seem to allow the Israelis to break the law.
Yes.
ยังมีอีกหลายๆประเด็นที่ต้องรับฟังวิสัยทัศน์ของท่านผู้นำมาเลเซียโดยเฉพาะในโอกาสที่ทำงานครบ100 วันมุมมองเรื่องทะเลจีนใต้เรื่องอาเซียนนะคะติดตามกันเต็มๆสำหรับบทสัมภาษณ์พิเศษในรายการโลกป่วนวันอังคารที่ 21 สิงหาคมเวลา 4 ทุ่มค่ะ